What's up, New York? I have always wanted to do that, and I've been waiting all day to do it today. So I am the co-founder and CEO of Boss Insights, a lending platform that accelerates lending from months to minutes using big data and AI. I want to tell you a story about that. But before I get into it, I know that I am the only thing that is keeping you from your next coffee and snack break, so I am going to make this fun. I'm going to do it with a personal story. Boss Insights just got pre-approved for a loan recently, true story, and that would be a woohoo day for us. Because can any of you guys, how many lenders are there in the room? Banks, private lenders, can you raise your hand, just show of hands? And how many of you are dealing with credit approvals on a general basis, from small to medium businesses all the way up to mid-market? What do you think the approval rating is for small businesses? 28%, which means right now our platform is giving you access to a 72% upside opportunity and what Boston Consulting Group calls a $1 trillion industry by 2023. That's why we were having a woohoo moment when we got pre-approved. But because I was a commercial banker at RBC, and because the person approving me is a commercial banker, we both knew, just like you know today, that the work was just starting. Because even though payments have accelerated from checks and cash all the way to mobile banking, lending is still largely paper-based. And what she sent me after that pre-approval was a list of information that I had to send back to her. So you know what I'm talking about. The financial statements, the credit checks, and they are high level. It's just the tip of the iceberg, and it's historical. So this lender has to make a decision on Boss Insights' current and future performance by looking in the rearview mirror. Wouldn't a telescope be better? It turns out that every year, small and medium businesses and even mid-market businesses are using more and more cloud-based software systems. It's on the rise. So all that's required is to simply create that API connection to thousands of different cloud-based software systems, create a common data model, and then make sure you do that scalably, not one at a time to keep up with the progress. No biggie. So that's what we did. We did that a couple years ago, and we are already in market, and we're expanding into different territories in the US. So back to me, because I'm up here. We got pre-approved for that loan, and I had to send in those documents. And then that banker who was hired to bring her book up 10% every year turns into a data clerk. But here's another way to do it with smart capital. There's 3 products in our system. It's screening, due diligence, and portfolio management, and I'm going to show you 2 of them today. Okay? So here's the screening tool, and I filled in the first screen. And then in the second screen, and this can be just embedded into any lender's website, I fill in my information. So here's my phone number, not my real phone number, and then here's some unstructured data, and it can be set to whatever the banker wants to see. Because here's the thing, at the screening stage, most companies will not be approved, so any time that's spent personally has a very low ROI for that 10% growth rate every year. But that is it. That's the initial screening application. And here's what fills in to the system. So this is from the point of view now of the bank. Is Boss Insights a good company to lend to? Here we go. Look at my score. It's 83 out of 100. So that means that we are a good candidate. So please, all of the banks here, give us money immediately after this demo. Here we have all the structured and unstructured data that's gone into this. And the banker has a choice of having the screening application goes into a yes, no, or maybe. Those are the responses. And we've automated all of that. And the invitation to go into due diligence can be automated as well. For this purpose, I wanted to show it manually. So here's the link, and when I take that link and put it into this next platform, you see the invitation for the borrower now to connect their back office software systems, or their boss, instead of sending manual paper statements or financial statements or credit checks, which we all know are high level. So here we are, and I have this login screen. And what I want to show you now is how quickly we are connecting to the over 800 API integrations that we have. Usually companies will have up to 15. We have over 800 because we've built them scalably. So I disconnected to QuickBooks. I'm using an accounting software as an example here. And I'm going to show you how I connect to it. As you can see, the domain name I'm on is actually Intuit's right now. And I've signed on. So count for me. Just in your heads, though. That was it. We are now connected to QuickBooks. No more sending financial statements, No more of what the bankers have to do right now, which is calculate the financials and getting the scores manually. This is what happens now. So we've moved from balance sheets and income statements that have to be calculated and sent to risks, that's the months, that's traditional lending, to digital lending, where the banker and the borrower have access to a real-time financial snapshot, company profile, testimonials, you name it, we have it. Sales information, process information, all of it. And now here's from the point of view on the lender. Once you go to digitization of lending approvals, you have information on each company, and here's Boss Insights, and other companies, and you can then see instantaneously in real time the entire portfolio. So you have access to the probability of default and market opportunities, like invoice factoring in real time. So here we are with real-time approvals and accelerating lending from months to minutes. It is a $67 billion industry right now. That's the bank spend. It's growing to $1 trillion industry. And we are here today, ready to speak with you, open to all the banks and private lenders that are here. You can also book a demo with us online, or you can connect with us on LinkedIn. Thank you very much for your time today. Now enjoy your coffee.